What happens if your car get declined on the first date? Is that the worst thing that could happen on the first date?
No. He could actually say he go into the bathroom and leave your ass with the bill. That could be the worst thing that happens on a date. But it's not the worst thing. Like, stuff happens. I remember I was with my ex in Miami and his car declined when we was out to eat. And it was just because he's in Miami. Like, we was just in New York using the car, so it's like, I understand. And he was like, babe, I'm gonna send you the bread right now. It's just like, it's not a big deal. Like, I just feel like, say something, you know what I mean? Be honest, we all adults. If you was swiping your card all day, now at the dinner they like, what? No, decline, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, but if you got it, just send it to me. I'll pay for it or whatever. Because it's just like all that on the phone. I gotta call them to get this. Now that's when it starts to get embarrassing. Like, okay, now you gotta call the bank. We gotta be on hold. You gotta press 9 to speak to the operator. That is too much. Like, just send me the bread. I got it. You understand? And even if you don't got it, if it comes and you like, yo, I ain't have enough money. Listen, life happens. Mm-hmm. It really do. I'm really a sincere person like that. Like, life really happens. Like, yo, what Rico said, I only expected to spend $125 on this date. The bill came out to $200. I really got it. You know what, shorty? I got my food and my drink. You good. All right, but next time, make sure your paper's straight before we ain't gonna be going through this for a long time.
Yeah, I said that actually really happened to me one time. One time, I'm on a nice little date. I gave my credit card, and my credit card got declined. First of all, I don't care what the reason is. When they come back, and I love, listen, the waitress, you the real one, for real. We was at the Budokan. She privately pulled me to the side, and it just was like, she pulled me to the side and like act like it was like a something not towards the bill. And she said, excuse me, your credit card declined. I was like, I said, can you try, even just saying, can you try one more time is embarrassing. So I was like, all right. So I'm trying to figure out what was the reason for. So before I even found out the reason, I went back. I said, listen, pardon me. I need you to take care of this bill X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to give you the money back. Give me about like 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to cash out you the money. And for me, luckily, you only as good as your circle. I was able to make a phone call. My boy Rich sent me the money. I sent the girl the cash app. We was good. And actually, I gave her threw a little something extra on top for the inconvenience, period. And but other than that, like, my credit card was declined because I had got in a car accident from the rental, and they they maxed out my credit card. So, and I didn't even know that. Like, it was just crazy. Yeah. So but at the end of the day, it was embarrassing.
That's embarrassing, period.
Yeah, 100%.
But the person you with don't have to make it worse.
No, 100%. And then at the end at the end of the day, like, long story short, you know, we handled our business that day, but she hit me with the, you know, you was styling like you got it, the whole 9 yards. And
that's where she fucked up.
Listen, 100. Say it again.
That's where she fucked up.
100%, because
you know what I mean.
You just did that to the wrong guy.
First of all,
it is what it is. Things happen. It can happen to the best of us. I took it on the chin. I was embarrassed. Still, at the end of the day, like, and like I said, I threw some even extra on top of that. It happens to the wrong guy. So people who really like don't got it and things in that criteria, it happens to people who do have it.
First of all, I want to talk to you about this right quick. So this girl said this guy went with her to the nail salon to get her nails done, and she said he paid with his credit card, and she was embarrassed.
Huh? Say it again? Let me translate this.
He took her to the nail salon to get her nails done, and he paid with a credit card, and she said she was embarrassed.
Something wrong with her. Like, we don't carry cash.
She's like, but then that's the thing. That's why I waited for you to say that. She's like, damn, you couldn't even use a debit card?
Oh, she's in the way. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See, yo, this is 100% in the way. I don't even use that debit card. I do have a debit card, but I don't even use a debit card.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I look at that. I don't trust men that put everything on their credit card. Because I feel like you're trying to look like you got it and you don't got it. Like, that's how I feel.
Really?
Yes, I do not. Because my thing is, I be telling everybody, I'm not no credit card type of bitch. I be using my debit card. That's why when certain people do certain shit, I be like, okay, Miss Credit Card, because I definitely use my debit and I have to make that money back. Like, I'm not paying for it $25 payments a month like your ass. So I be like, it's a two different lifestyles. You can live a credit card lifestyle or a debit. Like, I live a debit and it's a hard life, but I do it.
All right, so now let me just say this with all due respect. This is the difference between people who understand finance and people who don't understand finance. Everybody that has it, right, and understand finance, I'm a licensed financial advisor. We using the credit card. That's what you use. Not only that, what you do, the reason why, let me give you Finance 101, the reason why you want to use your credit card, because you want to establish something. If you got the cash, only thing you doing is you just swiping with your credit card. When that bill rolls, when it goes through, all right, when you get the bill, you just take your cash that you have in your checking account, and then you pay it off your credit card. Period. So these is the things you develop in a relationship, huh? Not the minimum payment either. No,
right.
No, you got to listen. Okay. Not the minimum payment. You're right.
All right.
Not the minimum payment. So this is the difference between now you're establishing a relationship. So then now within 2 to 3. I don't even say 6 months, but between 2 to 3 months, when they see this type of transaction going and they see that you pay majority off on your credit card, then now you can ask for a credit increase. You can do that every 3 to 6 months. This is the type of conversations that we need to have. I'm not using debit cards. First of all, and let me just say this, would you look at me differently if I told you that I don't even have a personal account?
Checking account?
Yeah, personal checking account.
That just means you use cash all the time. This is my thing.
That's not true. I just use everything off the business account.
All right, but this is the thing with me, right? You have to be smart when you're using credit cards, and this is for everybody out there. Know what type of credit card you are getting. So my credit card, I know that I get points when I grocery shop. I know I get points when I use gas. When I buy gas, I know I get points when I shop on Amazon. I know I get points when I go to restaurants. So if you get a credit card, make sure it's with a purpose. Some people get credit cards, they don't even know the certain benefits of having it. And okay, the point of credit cards is not, oh, here's $50, Rod, and then you pay me $50 back tomorrow. That's not really always establishing. What are you getting out of that? Like, you understand? It's just like, use credit cards smart. If you know you get 5% cash back shopping on Amazon, use that credit card for that and then pay it off because you're getting money back. Some people don't really know the benefits of a credit card. They just think, oh, buy now, pay later. And it's like, it's more than just establishing. You could really get more for your buck when you're using a credit card. So for me, if I'm not using my credit card with a purpose, being that I'm getting some points to it, I'm just going to use my debit card. And also I have a business account. So it's just like when I buy stuff for my business, I use my business account so I'll be able to write it off. So I'm like, so many people are uneducated when it comes to credit cards and debit cards and how to establish a relationship. And some people don't even have the financial backup that they be spending. So some people's not even responsible enough for a credit card. So my thing is, it's just like what I said is, if a person that's always swiping, if I don't know you like that, I got to think in my back of my head, does this person got it? Are they financially responsible? Even though I don't know how you're paying your credit card, it's still a worry to me because credit it means a lot. It means that you can't get a car, you can't get a house. You know what I mean?
Well, let me just say this now, because you could actually use your credit card to go buy a house. If you got a $15,000, say if you got a $15,000 credit limit, you might have to use a whole lot of ATMs to get that money out. But you can, like, it's many different ways. Let me just say this: I haven't looked at my rewards on my credit card in a very long time, and maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe it's the circle that I'm around now. It's a little difference. However, you should never judge a person because he's just swiping with his credit card. I swipe my credit card for everything. For it's a business expense. First of all, it's a business credit card. So when I'm eating and when I'm going out and you know, I don't want to say certain things. I forgot the IRS and all of but everything is a business expense at the end of the day. So you should never judge a person. You never judge a person because he swipes with his credit card at the end of the day. Because just because he got using his debit card doesn't mean he ain't overdrafting his debit card. I mean, he's not overdrafting his account. That doesn't mean anything.
I just learned my lesson. One time I caught a flat tire. I was with my daughter, and the only thing I had on me was my credit card. I left my debit card at home by mistake. And guess what? The motherfuckers didn't take no goddamn credit card to change my tire. I had to either pay in cash, and I didn't. I was across the street from a gas station. It was just like, but I have a credit card. How am I gonna take out money?
You could do that, though.
I know, but I don't want to pay that interest back or whatever it is. It's just like, I'm funny like that when it comes to credit cards. Like, you spend $1, they want to charge you $2 for spending $1. It's just like, no.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know that most, like, the people who got it, they got that they use their Amex for everything. That's a credit card.
Yeah.
So they use that. They can't even. What Hov said, like, where we go, we can't even use cash. Right? They don't even accept cash there. If you ain't swiping, you're in the wrong place of business.
Yeah, but I know I've been in relationships with people when they don't have fucked up credit. Okay, and that was something I was not paying attention to. You think it's a card, because at that time I didn't have a credit card. So I'm thinking a card is just a card, and they sitting here and they backed up on their bills. They have this to pay for, that to pay for. I always tell myself, if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it.
Oh yeah, so, we say 3 times. We got that rule 3 times. If you're gonna spend $2,000, you got to make sure you got at least $6,000 to $8,000 in that account.
Because you never know what might happen.
Yeah,
and that's how you end up in a hole. But yeah, I'm judging.
Yeah, don't judge. Well, now, so listen. Do you? Let me ask you a question. Because me, I like to ask women, you know, if I'm taken seriously, you know, what's your credit look like? Like, what are you doing?
7,
I ain't asked you. You don't have to. Look, she wants.
Because I know how to use a motherfucking credit card.
Talk.
I know how to use one.
Now, mind you, you asked what that credit score looking like. She talking about now. If you say that, now my next question is, you know, do you own property? Because if you got, what you just want to look good with a 750, 720, so you're not even which shows that you don't know how to use your credit. You got, that's your leverage. So it's a whole lot of questions that that has to ask. And now women, when you ask that, women get uncomfortable. They be like, why you asking me asking this? Like, you researching me. I got to research you. I need to see are you responsible? Can you handle this? The whole 9 yards. How do you feel about that? Men asking, like.
No, I sometimes I even volunteer that information. Like, because I make a lot of money. Like, I do make a lot of money at my job, but I grew up poor, broke. Nobody in my family really had good money management skills, so I kind of like grew up like that. So here I am with all this money, and I'm flying. I'm out. My daughter got everything the hell she needs. She got the new this, she got the new that. We out, she out every weekend. We out to eat every weekend. I was not putting money away because I did not have no financial guidance. So now, after me living by myself, after being in a relationship for a few years, and I have to stand on my own, I actually have more money now than I did with somebody, because it's not a crutch anymore. You have to do what you have to do.
So when the last time you bought a man a gift?
The last time I had a man?